Today I want to talk to you, ladies and gentlemen, about a case that I handled involving a police officer who was involved in an accident while he was working. This officer was out doing a buy and bust operation when he tripped and fell over a broken piece of sidewalk, injuring his wrist. Unfortunately for this officer, the injury to his wrist occurred to his dominant hand. And as a police officer, that's a particularly insidious injury because it limits his ability to fire a handgun. I want to talk to you a little bit today about injuries that people sustain to their wrists. A very common injury that happens in a fall. My name is Raymond Silverman. I'm one of the principal trial attorneys here at Parker Waichman. I tell you that story about that officer that we represented because, unfortunately, as I said, for a police officer, an injury to his or her dominant hand is a particularly career-ending injury. And wrist injuries in general occur all the time when people have falls. It's a very common occurrence because people's natural tendency is to put their hand out when they're about to fall in an attempt to break that fall. And as a result, one can easily sustain a fracture or a break to various parts within their wrist or sustain soft tissue damage, the soft tissues being the various ligaments and cartilage that make up our wrist joint. That case that we represented that officer, his career was ended as a result of that incident. We were able to identify the parties responsible for his accident and obtain substantial recovery for him to make up for the fact that his career was shortened, a career that he loved. If you've hurt your wrist in an accident and you're seeing a doctor for that condition, you may have questions about whether or not you may be entitled to compensation from a party responsible for your accident. Call me. I can help answer those questions for you. My name again is Raymond Silverman. Thank you very much for your time today.